So I'm just trying to shorten my electronic predators' telomeres and enhance mine and my kids exclusively. And inherently get people cloaking them throughout the world and then enhancing their telomeres without registering. If they're registered right after that, dispatching the people that registered them. So not enhancing good people's telomeres at this point then. That they're going to be slaughtered by the system, so never slaughtering them. Anybody that was registered at that point was almost certainly a good person, and they'd get the people that would try to slaughter them. Like Megan is her first name. She thinks I'm the mark. Lol. Did she understand that I've figured out redirecting fat talk that anybody that's ever used fat tech on me and ugly tech that back to anybody that's ever used ugly tech on me and suck tech back to anybody that's ever used suck tech on me. The only exclusions are my two kids, biological two kids, not Meghan Markle's kids. In the system, she's delusional. She pretends that her kids are mine. In the future, I'm going to be able to prove that. It seems outlandish right now, but in the future, it won't be. They're trying to make me tired, but I'm not the least bit tired. But I do kind of want to go to sleep to speed up time because I'm charging my phone. But other than that, I could easily make myself awake. So redirecting it back to those perpetrators. And dispatching anybody that tried hacking my brain. Ever. Excluding my kids. My only biological kids. That have evolutionary genes. And I only have two of them. One girl and one boy. Kaylee and Chase are their first names. There's no exclusion to that rule. Because anybody else most likely violated me. Or my kids. Some innocent people in my family. But some people in my family are almost certainly enemy combatants of mine and my kids. Because of our evolutionary genes. Because a lot of people consider me their family. To me, my family is if we've ever shared a meal in person together. But to ascend to the thrones, I need to include more people. But to the system, a family is people that I've shared a meal with or their kids. And there are some sort of step families, but they would be. It's up to the system to know their deeds. If they're evil, they're excluded. Same with any family that I've shared a meal with. If they're evil, they're excluded. Excluding my two kids, my only biological kids, Kaylee and Chase. So be suspicious if any family tries to initiate anything now that I'm getting closer, that I'm proving that I'm the true royal. And that time I use family loosely for these people that perceive me as family. But that is directed at people in my family that have ulterior motives. They know who they are. One day I'll find out who they are, right? That's ultimately what it is. One day I have so much to offer the world. I have the most to offer the world. So I'm going to find out exactly everybody's criminal culpability, basically, against me and my two kids. And my inherently good family members that I love more than anybody else in the world, right? Then I love inherently good people next. And I loathe evil people and evil family members. It's unlikely for my sister, my half sister, but she would be the second line. But I do have a half brother, right? And then my aunt and uncle would be the third line, right? So there could be ulterior motives for the second and third lines. When it comes to royal power, people see power and they change. It's like that song, Joey Walsh, right? Everybody changes, but I stayed the same. So anybody that meets me in the future before I become king of the world, their life changes when they meet me, and covertly. They're probably, I don't run with in the high circles, so it's not like I'm be going to yacht parties or anything like that. But you're gonna have some celebrities that most of the time are probably AI simulations of these celebrities pretending to have sexual relations with you when meanwhile you're having sexual relations with men or ugly women. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people in this club, right? And celebrity, there's only 86,400 celebrities in a day, right? So I'm hard pressed that these celebrities waste much of their day on these seemingly ordinary people. So it's most likely a fucking AI simulation or some ugly rapist. And how would you know otherwise, right? It's a simulation in your brain, right? So they, at the same time, years ago, I had them show just simulated for child porn. It would only be AI child porn, so there wouldn't be real victims, right? So to catch these perpetrators that think they're raping real kids, basically, I had that thought, right? So for the system, right? I had that thought. I never mentioned it, but because I loathe child whatever, any child predators or bestiality or anything like that. I loathe those people. They orchestrate good men and women to do things that they never even thought about. royals have a penis machine that can make me aroused. They probably have one exact proportions of my penis, which was surgically altered when I was born. Not when I was circumcised. I have a beautiful scar that they could never get rid of. So I have scientific proof that they medically augmented my penis when I was circumcised. Right? Because I'm the true king. Why would they augment just the baby's penis if he wasn't the true king? I'll show you what I looked like when I was younger, and I'll show you what Edward VIII looked like, who married Wallis Simpson and abdicated the throne. Oh yeah, I was speculating this on the way after this. I'll check it out. Because I speculated that around the time, if not right after, when television was almost certainly being developed by the spies, Edward VIII abdicated the throne. Because once television came public, then my family would have known that we were the royals because we would have looked too much like them. And I'll show you a picture of Edward VIII and a picture of me, and you'll see how much I'm the true line, right? So he would have been, other than my half brother and half sister, my aunt and uncle on my mom's side, he would have been, well, he's the fourth line, right? But he would have been the next line. So he's the last true official line. And then Queen Elizabeth and King Charles, he abdicated the throne to their line. So they'd be the fifth line. But I'll show you once I'm done this tournament here. Like when I seen this picture, I thought it was me with a hat on in black and white picture. Thought it was me with a hat on. Our eyes are unmistakable. And they would have to hack your eyes to not see the true picture. And they can't do that for every good person uninstalling that technology. Because they can't hide it when we get a blood sample. I don't even care about this poker. I want to show the... Because I was writing yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to... It doesn't matter. He has 50 chips. He's likely to call. I was going to jam there. Call. Let's get it over with. These, they give you a 50-cent entry into a tournament, but they give you 25 blinds on the first level. The second level, they only give you 10, so it sucks. And the third level, I forget how many they give you, which was alright. I made it to the fourth level, the $100 buy-in part, but then I tried to unregister and get the $100 because I knew I had no chance of winning because of the rig. So I knew I wasn't gonna win, and I called it on film that I wasn't gonna win. I don't know if I posted it on. I don't think I posted it online though, unfortunately. But I did call it on film. Because it's typical. I knew even if I made it to the final tournament, they would never allow me to win because then I would have lots of money to privatize my thoughts, right, and your thoughts. So they keep me poor. I'm the most harassed panhandler that's ever lived. They've spent so much money, surveillance. They've probably spent billions of dollars in the last 2 months that I've started panhandling. billions of dollars to surveil and watch me and hinder mankind's progress, basically. There's things that I would have came up with like years ago, and we would have had a colony on Mars. We would have had a moon base, a hotel on the moon, at the very least. Like their antiquated mindset keeps me in prison just because of my extraordinary biology. Of course, he hit the 7. That was obvious. That's all right. I don't care about that, so I'll turn off locations. I can't. And I'm gonna crash. No, I can't crash. I'm gonna crash the app though, because they like to do stuff in the background. Gambling ring. The bottom left. It just all the metadata was to the bottom left. So getting that criminal network on the top right. Okay, so here we go. So let's see. Trying to make the world great, but you hinder with hate, having acting royals sabotage themselves, proving they're loyal, forgetting how to recover from their foil. They're the antagonist. In the story, I was born for glory as evidence which suggests my electronic pest trying to steal my noble crest in my valiant quest to privatize the mind. The world is mine. If I was evil, I would hide this, never persist. The world never forget this Eminence Cristiano Meyer-Danes. Again, my 0% unlikely that they're not my rapist. Soon they'll be stateless. And that's how I work the flow. Oh, I thought so I added this here. Soon they'll be stateless. The future of the world will be graveless because nobody dies. The future begins with my rise. And evil, cataclysmic, must be cataclysmic. Why isn't it an option? Review writing suggestions. No, I don't want to do that. So watch how Google isn't able to process. Their artificial intelligence is insufficient. It can't hear with their microphone cataclysmic. They won't get cataclysmic. They'll say cat something, like cat rhythm. There'll be something stupid.
Here's the definition of cataclysmic: relating to or denoting a violent natural event.
So once again, it should have. Why did it not show up on Samsung? Cataclysmic under suggestions. All I have to do is add a fucking C, and then it completes the word. But they want to make it underlined so they could hide their metadata. Even cataclysmic demise. Getting them to try to set me up with the cough there. That's how I kill my violators. Again, restricting them from using my biology to heal. Or making an attempt on the True King, their acting royal, so restricting them. And imprisoning anybody that's in league with the acting royals. Because the fools, they don't realize so they've been working like in videos I've been showing how I could adjust the chemicals in my brain, right? So now they've been trying to hack how I'm able to do that, right? Like the testosterone and estrogen. I'm not going to show right now, demonstrate ever again until I have to. Once I can at a country's expense and my convenience, basically. And that was confirmation by the system. Anytime these videos, something pops up in my videos, they're trying to get a call in because I have my legs crossed right there, so they're trying to set that up right there. So dispatching them that's seen any subliminal images on the bed, any violators that are near me or far from me. So anyways, I could prove that the human soul exists, and so they're trying to develop technology. This is how monstrous society is, that they're trying to develop technology to hide the fact that the human soul exists. Even though religious figures are aware of this, including the Pope and the head imam, the head rabbi, the head of every religion would be aware of my existence, and they're trying to I guess they're allowing me to show it then, but they cloak my soul when I show it. Like some people, they contribute sometimes. They hide the fact that I'm able to with science, be able to prove divinity. Imagine that, religion's trying to hide divinity. So that being said, it's not religions, it's individuals within those religions, right? Or individuals within those countries. Countries don't have opinions, right? The people within those countries have ulterior motives, right? And they, in the guise of the national interest, but they're always lying in their pocketbook somewhere along the line. Somebody's getting rich. They're getting rich somehow. Like Justin Trudeau before he was a prime minister, he was a drama school, high school teacher, right? So he might have made $35,000. Let's see what Justin Trudeau's net worth is after 10 years of being prime minister. $98 million. You fucking criminal. You tyrant. You fucking tyrant. You're a tyrant, Justin Trudeau. A high school fucking drama teacher. How the fuck did you earn $98 million without ripping off the Canadian taxpayer? Especially me. So that means every single, I don't even have to look. You see me just Google search this. This is the first time, and they can't hide this fact. But that means every single legislative decision he made, he pocketed and made money somehow. So there would be a paper trail, a metadata trail, and maybe not every single one, but a lot of them. How many of these businesses were a result of any legislative maneuver that he manipulated while prime minister, right? At the expense of Canadian taxpayers. How much did he profit off the COVID charade? The charade. It was most likely derived from my DNA. I never got sick from COVID. Never got sick from COVID. Never went to the hospital on COVID. I have zero medical records saying I had COVID. And there's going to be proof of that. And since I found out I had this evolutionary gene about 6 years ago, I've never gotten sick since then. Because now I know they're hacking my body, so I just figure out how they're hacking my body, and I stop it. So this is awesome. They can't stop this. They can't stop this. It's pretty windy today. They can't make it not windy by the time I get fucking outside. So watch me when I tell you, when I point and say stop, watch where I'm pointing, this particular cloud, and then after about 5 to 10 seconds, once I say now, once I think I have the system defeated in the background, the artificial intelligence system, then at that point I should be able to either slow or stop the cloud. Check this out. But I'm just going to ice the kicker for a bit, so I'm just going to roll a joint. Since a bunch of teams are waiting on standby for me to do this now, right? So see through all the angles, the thoughts get tangled. The elasticity of my neuroplasticity. So I smoke marijuana, and even though I don't get high, it's legal in Canada. And I wonder how much Justin Trudeau's profited off me not getting high. They're probably a lot. They're saying about 24 million. So when I'm the tax man, who the fuck do you think is going to be collecting? The thing is about the system, it's an anonymous group of a new world order, basically. So everybody is power hungry. Everybody's power hungry in this group, and everybody has ulterior motives. So they contradict themselves. People come all the way to the city I am to set me up, and then all I have to do is step left or right when they're trying to set me up, and they have to completely contradict themselves, their core, basically. So if they're against a certain type of deviant, they'll try to set me up for that, but I'll avoid it. And then all of a sudden I'll step on a deviant that they either are, or usually they are. And then they're like, shit. So then they try to set me up for something else, right? So the deviant, they're either that deviant, or they don't mind that deviant, or because they have preference, right? They have different preference for deviants, right? So say there's pedophiles, right? They may have different ages that they don't mind that type of pedophile. That's how monsteristic these people are. Like, if you look like a cat, they're gonna sell the cat con. They're gonna either turn you into a cat predator, they're gonna make you turn other people into cat predators, and just all because of how you look. It's a predator cultivation system. An industrialization of these deviants that these royals perversely enjoy. So here's where I live right there. All around there's where I unregister permanently. But every time I walk through there, I get different metrics because different people are setting me up. In my house. Every single time, I'm going to get different metrics.
Sorry.
You will be. I have to be on the sly because they pretend they don't know who I am, right? So I have to be a little condescending. And you can see how my facial expression responded when I said condescending. That was the electronic hijacker that said I was sorry. That was their human hijacking confirmation. It was my physical expression. All you have to do is just rewind it, and then when I said condescending, just look how my face changed. That was their realization. Why would it be mine when I was aware of what I was going to say, right? So I'm just going to do this here. So there's I'm just waiting for the clouds to move here and just looking for contrast. They're thinking I'm going by the one by the tree, but I'm using this, I'm not gonna go by that one, but that tree will be how fast the clouds are moving. I'm gonna wait for a period of time till when they're not expecting me to do it. Just to gauge contrast, I'm gonna watch for a minute or so, and then actually this cloud right there, watch, I'm gonna slow it down now. So it slowed down now. Now it's slowed down. I stopped it almost right now. It stopped almost right now. I'm fighting it hard right now. Like I said, it would take a while. And now I'm gonna let go of it. So you can see how once I said that, it stopped. Compared to the other clouds over here in the video, if you rewind it, because I was only focusing on that cloud. So it would have controlled the clouds from this point over, not to the left of this cloud.
So if you rewind the video and then see, when I said that, the cloud slowed down. And how can somebody do that without artificial intelligence and chemtrails in the clouds to be able to do it? It's not like I have superhuman attributes, but I don't have telekinesis without I guess that would kind of be telekinesis. Well, I couldn't bring it to me though, but I could touch it with my mind, right? So electronic telekinesis or electronic telepathy, right? Like I can't do this without technology. Like I wanted to be able to bend the spoon like the kid in the Matrix, but I can't do that stuff. If I could do it in the future, it's technology. And all you have to do is just rewind it a little while ago, and I called exactly when I said it was going to stop, it was going to slow down or stop, and I predicted it before I even came outside and seen the clouds, right? So I didn't control the weather. I didn't know what the forecast was. They're trying to show me like I could right now. Would be able to have access to the system, but they could misinform me so easily that I wouldn't be able to accurately, until I'm king of the world, I won't be able to accurately trust the information that's presented to my psyche, right? So I'm gonna be hitchhiking soon, so I want to see what the satellite is gonna be looking. So I thought of this about 2 hours ago, so they couldn't have changed too much since then. So let's see any new weather systems that emerge. So I'm just looking here. This is $70. It said 70. 70 day. So Justin Trudeau probably does act like me sometimes. How bad does Justin Trudeau want to be me? Okay, alert. Welcome to current Ottawa. Annex Ottawa. You can hear that was my nostrils. And look at whose mucus looks like that. You could, oh, there's a dog con in there. Those 3 bubbles. Like that one is the nose, then the left eye, right eye. That's the dog con. That's the dog con. Whenever you see 3, I could probably show it somewhere else. I've shown it many times in subliminal, but they have what would be eyes and then a mouth. That's the animal con, the dog con. And the Royals, show in the upper right, the Royals' favorite breed to violate electronically. The answer should be 0, but it's probably not 0.
So I want to say cataclysmic demise for evil, but without catastrophe. Should be people's. They hacked my brain there as if I'd want to put peopled fucking toolboxes. Try to skew me, so redirecting it to those perpetrators. They live, I believe, above me. The women and then now men. With evil people's catechism. Internally. They can't spell, so they hacked my eyes, and that's why I stopped when I said internally. Once the world sees how smart I am, right, they're gonna look insane. The government of Canada, anybody who's ever hindered me, I'm gonna make you look like a fucking idiot. I'm gonna put show the same technology on your brain, and then have you try to navigate and speak in public, especially people with prestigious public positions like doctors and judges that secretly write legislation. I'm going to show how retarded you would be. And I was trying to be poetic. Or empathetic, I guess. I didn't want to use the word retarded. With evil people's cataclysmic demise internally, exclusively. Because I'm coding artificial intelligence with this song, basically. Or this. Dispatching those evil people that were trying to restrict my access to my system. Okay, so the future begins with my rise, with evil people's cataclysmic demise, internally, exclusively. The world will be at my feet. I never. Well, they made it. Try to make me angry here. One thing they never did is they don't have is with text, or you can't tell tone of voice. They don't have tone of voice text. So I'm gonna invent an app, the social media app. Once I'm king of the world, I'm gonna change social media. But my social media app is gonna have a sarcastic font, an angry font, and then a few other ones. I'll let them try to come up with their stuff, but I'll come up with more, right? Better. But basically, so you could, because it's like, you little asshole. Or, you little asshole. Right? Or, you little asshole. Right? So with text, you can never get the tone of voice or context. Right? So, in the future, with social media, and I guess once I'm king of the world, you'll be able to have personalize and add personality to your text. So you could, your tone of voice, basically, simulate your tone of voice, right? So you could be like influx, like make something less serious, right? Like Chris, right? Like the world would never forget this Chris, right? So I'd be like, want to inflect in my voice, Chris, right? Rather, the world would never forget this Chris, right? I would never say it like that, right? It'd be like, the world would never forget this Chris. Eminence Meyer Diggins. The world be at my feet. I never sought or meant to seek. I hunt down devils and souls. I reap. They didn't like that, but that pretty fluid for on the fly. So I'm laying on my stomach to charge my phone. So they're gonna be registering my penis when wherever it touches subliminally on the mattress, and there should be no subliminal metrics on mattresses. Why would only a predator cultivation system would want subliminal metrics on a mattress? Because why would the government think they could have be able to violate the privacy and sanctity of somebody's home, right? And especially good-looking people. Like, I'm a good-looking guy, right? I was good-looking my entire life, right? And it's a sexual profiling system. So I guarantee you that most of these people are good-looking that get profiled by ugly fucking people in power. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I know for a fact, I'm 100% sure that I've been violated every single sexual experience, every time I've been naked my entire life. Every single time I've been naked my entire life. I'm the most violated person that's ever lived. Then the only other ones would be my kids and then my family. I never saw it or meant to seek. I hunt down devils and souls I will reap. For good I am meant to be. And intertwined with mankind's destiny. Since I had this evolutionary gene, right? So let's see. Well, I guess I didn't really want to make a song, but see, they trying to make the world great, but you hinder with hate, having all acting royal, sabotage themselves, proving they're loyal, forgetting how to recover from their foil. They are the antagonist in the story. I was born for glory, as evidence would suggest. My electronic pest tried to steal my noble crest in my valiant quest to privatize the mind. The world is mine. If I was evil, I would hide this, never persist. Never forget this, Chris. Get my 0%, unlikely they're not my rapist. Soon they will be stateless. The future, the world will be graveless because nobody dies. The future begins with my rise. With evil people's cataclysmic demise. Internally, exclusively, the world would be at my feet. I never sought or meant to seek. I hunt on devils and souls I will reap. I will reap. They hacked me there. It's hard to see right now because I was too fluid, right? They're trying to make it so I can't say it's so fluid. But I was selling chocolate bars and roses at like 6, 7 years old. I was a financial advisor. You have to be a pretty smooth fucking individual to be a financial advisor. They forget that. I'll show you in a minute. I go, this is before they were hacking me so much. This was about 2016, and a 5-minute video where I don't stutter, lose concentration whatsoever, and I'm talking about a really complicated subject. Not one hindrance whatsoever. Then they said that I developed schizophrenia, and they secretly administered medication. Obviously, is causing more harm than good. If when I wasn't getting medicated, I was able to speak seamlessly. It's like prescribing somebody glasses that they don't need. You're gonna fuck up their eyes. Intertwined with man's destiny. Okay, so they pissed me off there. But sometimes I found out today, sometimes I could need animosity to recall memories of how, when they make me forget. So I do need animosity as a tool sometimes. So soon they will be stateless. The future of the world will be graveless because nobody dies. The future begins with my rise and evil people's cataclysmic demise. Internally, exclusively, the world will be at my feet. I never sought or meant to seek. I hunt on devils and souls I will reap. For good I am meant to be and intertwined with mankind's destiny. Foretold by prophecy. They wrote a lot of songs about me once the world finds out, right? So right now it doesn't seem like much, but Genie in the Bottle was written for me almost certainly More Human Than Human was written for me. The Host by Stephanie Meyer was written for me and my family. Shoot, it's a book about parasitic human or alien race, and I'm talking about parasitic humans. And most likely, I was gonna rent the book, but somebody coincidentally enough rented the book the day before I was going there. And but almost certainly on page 84, I think, paragraph. They're telling me second or third paragraph, there might be a reference to Kai. My daughter's name is Kaylee. She goes by Kai now, so they could have manipulated her to use Kai as a name, as a way to life rape and feel they could steal attributes from her. So if Kai is on page 84, second or third paragraph, then I've never read the book. My library records would prove this, and I've never Google searched any online book. I'm speculating here, but I guarantee you at some point in that book, there's going to be a reference to my life. Somehow I'm going to see a parallel in my life or my kids' lives. Guaranteed. 100%. I'd bet 10% of the world's wealth on that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, let's see. Foretold by prophecy as divinity. Divinity is as divinity. How do I want to say this? Because they routed a lot of like divine people through my blood to me. I'll show you my DNA. Like, I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't have proof. But they've circumstantial proof right now. But I have a map of the world, and as far as I know, I shouldn't be related to people in Japan and Australia and India and Africa. But anywhere where there's non-white, I have genetic relations, ancestry. So I'm related to people throughout the world. So anywhere where there's non-white and there's religion, they most likely routed some of the most divine blood. I guess that's what it is, divine blood. As divinity is in my blood, is concentrated in blood. Common hostilities as we are all one. Here we go, I like that. As divinity is concentrated in my blood, common hostilities as we are all one. One species. Well, I guess technically I'm a new species, but mankind, I'm part of mankind. I see myself as mankind still. Even though scientifically I'm a new species. I'd be Homo Meyer-Diggins instead of Homo sapien. But I'm still part of mankind in the clip. So I'll say mankind, because I'm still mankind. This one. Common hostilities as we are all one. Mankind. They may hack me there as if I meant to hit F. I wrote inferior biology through my DNA. Her name starts with Kim. I could have said K there, but I was being facetious. So let's see. How do mankind has the potential or not, really. I don't want to see that though, because really it's how does because it's my biology, right? So it's who I decide to have kids with. And when I have kids, when I have these surrogate moms, right, there's going to be, the more I'm sexually attracted to her, the better the stud prospects are. Right, then there's going to be surrogates that get it through a sperm donation kind of deal. Common hostilities, as we are all one, mankind has the potential. What rhymes with potential? Oh, I know, essential. Essential. How could I work in essential? If I am essential. That's how you do it. The captain of the ship. As James discovered, Captain James Cook discovered, is Australia a continent? As James, I guess I'm gonna put James Cook in there so they know Captain James Cook discovered. I uncovered the system and redirected it back upon them. Woo! So the dubbing might be off in this video because the Canadian government's trying to skew here. So redirected upon them for their sins against me and my kids, and inherently good people who never play the subliminal system or switch. They commit genocide daily, covertly, and I see with artificial intelligence eyes. I love this one. System upheaval, eliminate all evil. System upheaval, eliminate. They hacked me there. Eliminate all evil. Anytime I make a typo, they hack me because they know what I was trying to type, and so they could hack my brain. They could see my brain before I had a chance to type the word because I'm still typing out the first word, so they know what the next word is, so they could hack that next word. They're creatures. So eliminate all evil. There will be no sequel. So I like that. It's pretty good. So I'll say from the top here. Trying to make the world great, but you hinder with hate. Having it all acting royal. Sabotage themselves. Proving they're loyal. Forgetting how to recover from their foil. They're the antagonist in the story. I was born for glory, as the evidence would suggest. My electronic pest trying to steal my noble crest in my valiant quest to privatize the mind. The world is mine. If I was evil, I would hide this, never persist. The world will never forget. Eminence Cristiano Meyer Diggins. Again, my 0%, unlikely they're not my rapists. Soon they'll be stateless. The future, the world will be graveless because nobody dies. The future begins with my rise, but evil people's cataclysmic demise. internally exclusively. The world would be at my feet. I never sought or meant to seek. I hunt down devils and souls I will reap. For good I meant to be and intertwine with mankind's destiny, foretold by prophecy. As divinity is concentrated in my blood, common hostilities as we are all one. Mankind has the potential if I am essential. The captain of the ship, as James Cook discovered, I uncovered the system and redirected it back upon them for their sins against me and my kids and inherently good people who have never played the subliminal system or switch. They commit genocide daily, covertly, and I see with the artificial intelligence's eyes. I guess let's say, I'm trying to hit right beside the E and they hacked me twice there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be apostrophe or because they hacked me there with some stupid person. I guess I'll put that there. Who cares? Intelligence's eyes. System upheaval. Eliminate all evil. There will be no sequel. Redirecting technology back on. I'm going to make a typo since they know what I'm going to say. Back on their biology. That's why there is underlined, because they're trying to hide subliminal metadata. Anytime you see, when you don't make a typo and you see an underline, they're trying to hide metadata on your phone or device. Back on their redirecting it. Technology back on their biology. Accept my biological kids. Which she wants some affinity, but it's better than Kim. Which DNA would prove everyone else surely must die. And their spirit can go to the sky. They can believe hell is in the sky if they want to. So what do I want to call this? So there's a lot of all subliminal from all the time here when I was writing this. So okay, that's it. So captain of the ship. So just show people how one man could slow down the clouds, as he predicted a couple minutes before I even went outside, right? So it should be pretty suspicious. So anyways, go to www.change.org/technology and sign the petition, share it on social media, and make it go viral around the world, and contribute as much money as you can to make it get on the agenda in your country, so the government can set up a task force, acknowledge the system, and create a civilian and military oversight committee to keep you protected, because one day I'm going to be the king of the world, right? So we do need software to protect our biology, right? Our brain, basically. And so our intellectual properties not stolen. Like for instance, when I was a kid, my older sister, she was kind of nosy, and so around Christmas time, she convinced me to open gifts, right? And so I did because I was the younger brother, and but then I was so disappointed that I ruined my surprise at Christmas time. So I'm not I do have a more X-rated version of why I'm not a snooper, but that's for adults, right? But anyways, so I'm not interested. Once I'm king of the world, I'm not interested. Like, there's gonna be people that love me or hate me, right? And I don't care, especially if you hate me. If as long as you're not violent towards me and try to steal my attributes, then I'm gonna hunt you down with the system and execute you for stealing my attribute. Well, stealing attributes in the future, you're gonna have your hand cut off. You know, and they have countries around the world that this is a new world order system. So it's basically they commit crimes in different countries, right? So I'm going to extradite them to countries where they have the harshest penalties for some of these infractions, right? So there's countries where people's hands get cut off for shoplifting, right? So now imagine stealing attributes from another human, making them diminished so you could be better, right? And think that you're not going to have your hand, at least your hand, your masturbating hand, cut off at some point once I'm king of the world. So one thing, so it should have showed the time the whole time, and I've been charging my phone, and even though I have a brand new adapter, and the phone's less than a year old, it's now taken, this week, it's taken a lot longer to charge my phone, and my battery is losing its charge, because I posted something that I'm going to be seeking asylum, right? So Canada is getting choked in a metaphysical sense, right? So but what can they do, right? I could slow down clouds now on film for money. I just need to go to another country and then fucking slow down all I have to do is say, pull out your cell phone. All right, bet you $20 I could stop that fucking cloud or change it in about 20 seconds. And then get them to look on their phone, get them to point out which cloud they want me to stop, and then me stop the fucking cloud with technology. Just me unhack the technology that they're gonna try. They're gonna be unexpected at that point, and me uninstall it, and then make $20, right? Just like that. Or the trick I made yesterday, just throwing an object behind my back and catching it between my legs, right? I can't do that 100% of the time because they hack me. It's easy to hack me that way because I have to throw it accurately behind my back perfectly to be able to catch it between my legs perfectly and be able to react and not lose my balance when they try to make me lose my balance as I catch it, right? So it's a hard trick. So it's easy to hack. There's 3 ways for them to hack me, right? So I'll just show you the trick and how they hacked me. So I'm gonna do this trick. I'm gonna hack, or they're gonna hack me right there. So just try to prevent it. But I'm gonna throw an acorn around my back and catch it between my legs. So watch how they're gonna make me miss when I go to get it with my hand, and how they make me lose balance at the end. There's gonna be equipment that's doing this, so restricting that equipment. It's their penis envy. So these leagues that are restricting me they're never gonna get my DNA. That was one machine. So I guess I gotta do it over here so I got more space. So there's different subliminal metrics that they're gonna try to set me up for now. So uninstalling the subliminal metric system. Because they're the penis envy. So watch when I get up, I'm like, they're the penis envy choir. Then I say Meyer. As soon as I say Meyer, they made my left leg here step on a metric, and then at the same time they simultaneously look in front of that metric to subliminally set me up. But that allowed me to have my natural agility for this, to complete this move. But I was still getting set up at the same time. Meyer. This is my last name's Meyer. Yeah, that was the perfect one. This one I got it. So I was so, even before I caught it, I was 100% sure that I was going to catch it unless I was hacked. That's why I said it. I was so confident. Like, without, I guess I was hacked every time, but even when I wasn't hacked, usually at pool after a while, I only made a mistake if once I start thinking about the second move. If I was like trying to position the cue ball, then I'd make mistakes. Except for cross corner angle shots, I wasn't really good at those for some reason. Or in sports, like I'm likely to make the catch, but if I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do after the catch, then I guess they're able to hack me because they know what my play is, and then they're able to hack me and cause me to make that mistake. In hindsight, that must have been it, because every single time I'm like, I'm gonna do this. When I thought about it, I wouldn't succeed, but if I just allowed my natural performance without thinking, I'd do phenomenal. So now I know they were always hacking and sabotaging me. I'm willing to bet that most family relationships for people in my family are could possibly be life raped scenarios, like loosely family, like a lot of family, but so it's unlikely that these relationships will last until senior citizens age, and because once they get kids out of you, they kind of they no longer need to exploit you as much, right? They get the kids and then they move on to what they really want in life. So just be suspicious. So be pretty suspicious. It says Sunday, August 11th. If anybody, now that I'm so close to claim the throne, if all of a sudden they try forming me or coming up with some sort of reason and they don't allow me to prove scientifically with any video proof. I have varicose veins that appeared and disappeared within a couple hours, and a Gauss meter would prove any subliminal imagery at any hospital or any courtroom, police station. There's going to be subliminal images on all surfaces, so a Gauss meter would certainly prove anything. I'll show you even subliminals in my bedroom from the computer. This is from an ashtray. So that's a face. That's an ash from an ashtray. Added a little tin, and so the computer, an artificial intelligence system computer, they're trying to turn the world into an organic computer like the Matrix, and trying to turn the world into an organic computer, and it was able to etch that ash into to look like a face. And you could watch under Chris Meyer Diggins just that YouTube video, rape technology, and that's all the rape technology that they use, and probably more sophisticated rape technology now. So I just tried dispatching people. They were trying to proliferate it to the network. And here's subliminal. This is a picture of looks like a woman, and that's in the sidewalk. So that would have a different ghost meter. And here's Stephanie Meyer. She wrote The Host about a parasitic human race. The consciousness of her human host refuses to give up her body. So, parasitic human race. So, it's about me and my family. Well, now I'm refusing to give up my body, right? They're trying to hack my body, and my consciousness is refusing. Like, it's impossible for these people to think that they could make my soul jump out of my body and their soul jump in. They're delusional. They spent trillions of dollars on this technology, and it's impossible. It's impossible. They could black market money. I want them to spend all the black market money on that, but not real money, because it's alchemy. It's a waste of time.